Namaste and good afternoon to everybody. My name is Chitra Soundar. I want to wish Ramadan Mubarak to everybody who is starting to fast today. And I want you to enjoy today's session with Arth, the Culture Fest, which is brought to you in association with Karadi Tales. And I hope you're all enjoying the stories and entertainment and information programs that I've been giving to you. Today, you are with me. I'm Chitra Soundar. I'm an author and a storyteller. I live in London in the UK, and I've written over 50 books for children. So what I thought I'll do today is tell you stories from the popular Farmer Falgu series that Karadi Tales published, and Kanika Nair illustrated them. And a big shout out to Kanika Nair because it's her birthday tomorrow. So happy birthday, Kanika. So I'm going to introduce a little bit about myself. I'm going to show you some pictures as I go of the books as well. And I'll take questions towards the end of the session, if that's all right with everybody. If you have questions, you can put them in the comment section and I'll read them towards the end. Okay, so my name is Chitra Soundar. I write different types of things, and I'm a storyteller as well. But I was born in Chennai. That's my house. That's my dad, who doesn't know his photo was taken, and it's being showed all. That's me, probably in first standard or second standard, or year 1 or year 2, as they call it in the UK. And that's the tallest one. That's me. And those people sitting in front of me, the second one is my sister. The rest are all my cousins, and they're all my guinea pigs. They were the first people I told stories to. And as I said, I grew up in a joint family. My grandmother, my aunt, my mom, my uncle, grandparents, we all lived together in one small house. And that's where I started telling stories. I went to school in Chennai. This is probably from year 3. I was third standard. And most of these people in this photo are still friends with me. So that's something that I'm really proud and happy about. So while I was in school, I was very much into stories and books. I listened to a lot of stories at home because we didn't have television. And in the third standard in my school, there was a storytelling competition, and I came first in storytelling competition. And since then, I've been telling stories. So today I thought I'll start with my favorite first Farmer Falgu story. Farmer Falgu goes on a trip. I hope all of you are ready. Okay, so did you enjoy seeing those photos? I normally show them in school. So I'm going to start with the first story, Farmer Falgu goes on a trip. So again, I'm going to show you pictures of the stories, and then I'll come back halfway through you can see some of the stuff I'm doing as well. So, okay. Farmer Falgu goes on a trip. Farmer Falgu's farm was full of animals, right? Clack, clack, moo, moo, oof, oof, quack, quack. Farmer Falgu's farm was very, very noisy. I hope you all know the song, Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. Now, I change that all the time because this story is set in India and this is a Farmer Falgu story. So you are going to do Farmer Falgu had a farm, I-I-I-I-O. In his farm he had some chicks, I-I-I-I-O. With a cluck, cluck here and a cluck, cluck there. Here a cluck, there a cluck, everywhere a cluck, cluck. Farmer Falgu had a farm, I-I-I-I-O. In his farm he had some cows, I-I-I-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there. Here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo-moo. Farmer Falgu had a farm, I-I-I-I-O. In his farm he had some ducks. I-I-I-I-O. With a quack, quack here and a quack, quack there. Here a quack, there a quack, everywhere a quack, quack. Farmer Falgu had a farm. I-I-I-I-O. And his farm was very, very noisy. So Farmer Falgu thought, I can't deal with this noise. I'm going to go look for silence. So he cleaned his bullock cart, he washed his bullocks, he packed some lunch, always important, and Farmer Falgu set off on a trip to find silence. Trot, 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 trot. So he went on his bullock cart to find silence. But on his way, Farmer Falgu met an old man. And Farmer Falgu stopped, and the old man said, Please, can I come and ride with you? My sack is very heavy to carry. And Farmer Falgu was a nice man, so he said, Climb on. And so they set off. But the old man didn't keep quiet, even though Farmer Falgu was looking for silence. The old man took out his drum and he started to play. And the bullocks went trot, 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 trot. And the old man started to sing a funny song. And Farmer Falgu forgot all about looking for silence, and he too joined with the old man and started singing along. Now, just after noon, they passed a snake charmer on the way. Can I get a ride too? Asked the snake charmer. Hop on, said Farmer Falgu. Farmer Falgu was very nice like that. Move, move, said the snake charmer, and the old man moved inside. Farmer Falgu, the old man, and the snake charmer set off again. Now, the snake charmer didn't stay quiet either. He started to pull out his pungi, which is the flute he plays to his snakes, and he started to play. And the old man joined in, playing on the drums. And the bullock carts went trot, 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 trot. And Farmer Falgu again forgot all about silence, and he too sang along. Now the sun had begun to set. A dance troupe waved from the roadside. Please, please, will you take us to the next town? They asked. Jump in, said Farmer Falgu. Move, 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 said the dancers. The snake charmer shuffled inside. The old man moved inside. Farmer Falgu, the old man, the snake charmer, and the dance troupe set off again. Now the dancers didn't keep quiet either. Their feet started tapping. And they had anklets in their feet, which made a lot of wonderful noise. And the snake charmer started to play the pungi. And the old man didn't stop either. He was playing the drums. And the bullock carts didn't stop either. They had to go to the next town. Trot, trot, trot. And they all joined into the music and they all sang along. Now, Farmer Falgu was actually looking for silence, but he didn't get any silence so far. By evening, the moon was out when they reached the next town. The dancers jumped off to the fair. The snake charmer got down at the town square, and the old man too parted ways with Farmer Falgu near the riverside. Farmer Falgu set off again to look for silence. The night was quiet. Oh, this is silence, thought Farmer Falgu. Is this the thing I'm looking for? He stopped his cart, he closed his eyes, and he listened to the quiet night. As he listened some more, he heard crickets chirping, frogs croaking, the wind whispering. Ooh. He heard rustling leaves, grunting lizards, and sleeping bird calls. Choo-choo-choo-choo. Farmer Falgu groaned. Am I going to find silence? The water that went on the river said, no, not really. Farmer Falgu thought about his farm sitting there. Why was he looking for silence? Of course there's wind in the farm. The chickens always drop their eggs. The pigs sloshed in their pens. You know what, he said, my farm is not noisy. It is happy. I wouldn't want a very quiet farm. So having changed his mind, Farmer Falgu turned around his cart and he started to go back home. Trot, 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 and started to sing along with the bullocks because this time he was not looking for silence. Now, did you enjoy that story? So I'm going to show you some of the props I used. So these are the cowbells. Can you hear the bullock cart trotting? And this is the old man's drum. I'm not a good player. The old man was. These are the anklets the dancers were wearing. And this is not a pungi. This is just a whistle that I use instead of a pungi. Did you know it takes 16 years to learn to play the pungi? I don't have that much time because I'm going to tell you another Farmer Falgu story. Do you want to join in? Okay, now this time Farmer Falgu is going to go to the market. Farmer Falgu goes to the market. Now, Farmer Falgu, we know, has a big farm. There are lots and lots of animals in his farm. And this time, he was ready to go to the market. He had baskets of tomatoes, sacks of onions, bags of chilies, bunches of coriander. He had white eggs, brown eggs, and duck eggs too. And he was ready to go to the market. The bullock carts happily trotted, trot, 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 trot. But as he went, there were potholes on the road. And the bullocks put their foot into the holes. Bump, dunk. Oh no, stop, 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 shouted Farmer Falgu. What's going on? Oh no, the vegetables were all moving around. The tomatoes were fine. The coriander looked comfortable. But what was that? Oh, my white eggs have cracks, said Farmer Falgu. He checked the rest. The rest was all fine. Should I go to the market or should I go back home, he thought. But he still had so many things he needs to take to the market. So he decided he was going to go to the market. So he went trot, 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 trot. But this time on the way, there was a family of ducks passing by. Quack, 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 quack. Oh no, stop! He wanted to stop the bullock cart before they trampled on the little ducklings. But the bullock cart stopped so fast that all the things in the bullock cart fell down. Now, the cat rattled and the baskets toppled and the sacks of chilies slid down. The bags of chilies and the bunches of coriander were squashed. Oh no! But Farmer Falgu looked at his eggs. The brown eggs were cracked too. What am I supposed to do now? But he still had the tomatoes, the onions, the chilies, and the coriander, and he had the duck eggs as well. You know what? I'm going to go to the market, he said, and he set off. Trot, 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 trot. But this time, he was a little bit more careful. He carried the basket of duck eggs on his lap, and he asked his bulls to go a little bit slow. Now, if you are on the main road and you are going really, really slow, what happens is behind you, traffic is building up. They are not very patient behind you. There was a big lorry coming behind Farmer Falgu, and he went honk, and that completely startled the bullocks, and they ran off the road. Oh no! Farmer Falgu was, this is disaster! Look! The duck eggs were cracked too. Ay, 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 yo, said Farmer Falgu. Now what am I going to do? Now, all the eggs were cracked, the coriander was squashed, the chilies were crushed. Maybe I should just go back home, thought Farmer Falgu. But he'd reached this far. Market is not very far away, so he went to the market. But the market was not safe either. There were some goats that came to eat the coriander. The pigs were sloshing mud, and Farmer Falgu thought, this is not going to work. I won't be able to sell all of my stuff. I need to do something else. So he went to his friend Kishan. He said, Kishan, can I borrow a pan and a stove? And he brought a pan and a stove. Now, are you ready to join with me? Farmer Falgu took all of the tomatoes and he started. I'm going to show you. Farmer Falgu took all the tomatoes. So I have some tomatoes here. Yeah. And take the knife and he started to chop the tomatoes. Lots of tomatoes. You have to chop with me. Chop the tomatoes. Then he wanted to chop the onions. You know what happens when you chop onions? Chop. Look, I have onions here. I'm not going to chop them in front of you. You know what happens. Chop the onions. It is very, you know what happens, right? And then he had to chop the chilies. You know what happens when you chop chilies after you chop onions? Chop the chilies. Now I'm going to chop the coriander. That makes my eyes cooler. Chop. Coriander. Now, once it chopped all of these things, Farmer Falgu broke the eggs and, oh, it's telling me it's time soon. And he made, and I'm going to quickly show you what he made. And he made a delicious omelets, and everybody came to buy his omelets. Right? Now, Farmer Falgu went on a trip in the first book. He went to the market in the second book. But we thought, this is not a time to go out. We need to stay at home, shouldn't we? So we wrote a Farmer Falgu stay-at-home story. I'm going to read this very quickly because you can find this whole ebook and the book online on Karadi Tales website. Farmer Falgu's farm was very, very noisy and busy. But he can't go on a trip to find silence because he must stay at home. The hens were laying eggs. Farmer Falgu had to go to the market, but his daughter Isla wanted to come too. I won't be long. You must stay at home, said Farmer Falgu. Whoosh! The wind blew hard. Ayla wanted to take her kites to the Maidan and play. Farmer Falgu said, No, we must stay at home. But why? Asked Ayla. Why must we stay at home? And Farmer Falgu said, Do you know how to play hide and seek, Ayla? Of course I do, said Ayla. Now what happens when you run about? Oh, someone will come and find me, said Ayla. And Farmer Falgu explained that the illness, that COVID-19, is just like that. If we go out, we might get sick. Or we might make someone else sick, said Ayla. Yes, of course. We must not bring harm to others. We can stay at home when the sun is hot and the farm is noisy. We can make omelets at home, we can make egg fried rice, egg parathas, and we can fly a kite in front of the house, said Farmer Falgu. It'll be nice to do things at home, Papa, said Ayla, with you and Ma. So it was settled. Farmer Falgu and his family would stay at home. It was going to be fun. Sometimes it was going to be noisy, sometimes very messy, but it was going to be a lot of fun and very, very safe. So I hope all of you stay home, stay safe, and enjoy reading more and more stories. I don't think I have many questions. So I'm going to show you. Look, I have all of these vegetables here. And I'm going to go and make something, chopping all of this up. And I'm going to stay at home too. You can find all these books on Karadi Tales website. There is a link called Katha with Karadi. You can go and find out. Big shout out to Karnika again, all her beautiful illustrations. And we've made 4 books. Farmer Falgu goes kite flying. Farmer Falgu goes to the Kumbh Mela. Farmer Falgu goes on a trip. And Farmer Falgu goes to the market. I've written lots of other books that are published in UK, US, and many other countries. Farmer Falgu is available in French, German, Thai, and Japanese as well. So do look out for these books. And I hope all of you stay safe and enjoy a wonderful summer and stay healthy. Bye-bye.